The Fourth Crusade, when greed blinded faith, 1202 to 1204. When the cross-bearers left Europe to liberate Jerusalem, they never imagined that their holy swords would turn, not against Islam, but against one of Christendom's greatest cities, Constantinople.
Part 1, The Background, why another crusade. After years of bloodshed, the Holy Land remained in Muslim hands. Driven by fierce Christian faith, Europe once again sought to reclaim Jerusalem. Pope Innocent III, determined to restore the Church's authority, called on knights and believers to march to redeem their sins and recover the Holy City. His call echoed across Europe, from castles in France, to farmlands in Germany, to the bustling ports of Italy. Everywhere, men donned the Crusaders' cloak, carrying faith, hope, and ambition.
Part 2, The Problem. To reach the Holy Land, they needed ships, many ships. Jerusalem lay on the far eastern shore of the Mediterranean. Marching there by land was nearly impossible. Tens of thousands of Crusaders, knights, cavalry, foot soldiers, siege engines, horses, supplies, had to cross the sea. That meant one thing, a fleet. A fleet of transport ships, horse carriers, supply ships, and escorts. But such an armada required time, men, and, above all, money. No European kingdom could provide that many ships affordably. So the Crusader leaders turned to the maritime powers. Cities with great shipyards, skilled sailors, and vast trading networks. Without ships, the crusade could not sail. Without money, they could not hire the ships. And without payment, they would soon find themselves in debt, or worse, in servitude.
Part 3, Venice, gateway to the east, and master of opportunity. Venice lay on the northeastern coast of Italy, facing the Adriatic Sea. Its location made it the bridge between Western Europe and the Eastern Mediterranean. Unlike other cities, Venice thrived not on land, but on the sea. A city built on islands, ruled by merchants, and powered by trade. To the Crusaders, Venice offered ships and sailors. To Venice, the crusade offered profit and power. Venice was no neutral partner, it was a kingdom of traders. And every deal came with a price.
Part 4, The Deal, 85,000 marks of silver. The agreement was staggering, 85,000 silver marks. That sum covered shipbuilding, sailors' wages, food, supplies, and the transport of men, horses, and weapons. But when the Crusaders gathered in Venice, two problems emerged. 1. Far fewer troops had arrived than expected. 2. They didn't have enough money. Unable to pay the full price, the Crusaders fell into debt. And the Doge of Venice, the wise, cunning Enrico Dandolo, saw his chance.
Part 5, The Doge's Proposal, Attack Zara. Dandolo offered a deal. Venice would still provide the ships if the Crusaders helped seize Zara, a rival Christian city on the Dalmatian coast. Zara was Catholic, loyal to the Church. The Pope forbade the attack. But desperate and indebted, the Crusaders agreed. In 1202, the Crusaders, who had vowed to fight the enemies of Christ, attacked a Christian city, looted its homes, and left it in ruins. The Holy War had begun to rot from within.
Part 6, Alexios IV and the road to Constantinople. Amid this chaos came Alexios IV Angelos, a deposed Byzantine prince seeking help to reclaim his throne. He promised the Crusaders vast rewards, gold, soldiers, and allegiance to the Pope, if they restored him to power. Tempted by wealth and driven by debt, the Crusaders changed course. Instead of Jerusalem, they marched toward Constantinople, the richest city in the world. In 1203, with Venetian fleets beside them, they helped Alexios IV reclaim his throne. But soon the promises crumbled. Byzantium was broke, its people angry, and politics unstable. When Alexios was overthrown and murdered, the Crusaders found themselves stranded, unpaid, unwanted, and before a city of unimaginable wealth. Their faith gave way to fury. Their vow became vengeance.
Part 7, The Sack of Constantinople, 1204. In April 1204, the mighty walls of Constantinople trembled. The soldiers of the cross stormed through the gates. For 3 days, they pillaged without mercy. Churches, monasteries, and palaces were looted. Icons, relics, and treasures were melted down or stolen. Even Hagia Sophia, the holiest shrine of the East, was desecrated. Horses stabled where prayers once echoed. Venice reaped the greatest reward. Its ships laden with stolen art, gold, and relics that still decorate the churches of Venice today.
Part 8, The Aftermath. The Fourth Crusade never reached Jerusalem. Instead, it destroyed the heart of Eastern Christendom. It deepened the divide between the Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox churches, a wound that would bleed for centuries. The Byzantine Empire, once the shield of Europe, was left crippled. Its strength shattered, paving the way for the Ottoman conquest in 1453. And the Crusaders? Their reputation, once holy, was forever stained. From saviors of faith, they became symbols of greed.
Conclusion. The Fourth Crusade never touched the Holy Land. Instead of liberating Jerusalem, it shattered Christian civilization itself. For the first time, the cross turned against the cross. Even Pope Innocent III wept. Those I sent to defend the faith have become its destroyers. The Fourth Crusade stands as a bitter reminder. When greed outweighs faith, even the holiest cause can become a mask for ambition. The soldiers of the cross lost their way, and their betrayal echoed through history for centuries. The Fourth Crusade was not a failure of war. It was a failure of the soul.
Subscribe to The Turning Point to witness what came next. The Fifth Crusade. When desperate armies turned toward Egypt,